They say, be careful who you take advice from, because not every voice wants the best for you. This is the story of how one woman nearly destroyed her marriage because of a friend's words. It was an ordinary afternoon. I was sitting on the couch, feeding my 9-month-old baby. My husband was in the kitchen, humming as he prepared plantain sauce for lunch. Then my friend Jennifer arrived. She dropped her handbag on the chair, gave me a quick smile, then her eyes shifted to the kitchen. Her smile faded. Wait, she asked, frowning, what's your husband doing in there? I blinked. He's cooking. She hissed so loudly it startled me. Cooking? That's not right. A man who cooks is weak. Real men don't enter the kitchen. They provide. They protect. But they don't cook. Her words hung in the air like smoke. My husband isn't weak, I replied defensively. He's just helping me. But she laughed, a bitter, sharp laugh. Helping you? My dear, you're spoiling him. This is not how a man behaves. You deserve better. She stayed for an hour, but even after she left, her words stayed longer. And that day, a small seed of doubt was planted in my heart. The following week, I was in the kitchen while my husband played with our son in the living room. I suddenly heard the sound of a diaper being opened. I rushed out. What are you doing? I asked, almost too sharply. He looked up, calm as always. It's fine, love. Junior pooped. I'll change him. You finish up in the kitchen. But then Jennifer's voice echoed in my mind, a man who cooks, who changes diapers, is weak. My tone hardened. No. That's not your job. Stop acting weak. You're the man. Be masculine. He looked at me, heart flashing in his eyes. But I ignored it. I thought I was making him man up. Pause, slow. But after that day, something changed. Before, if I needed help, he would gladly carry the baby. Now, he would say, carry your son. Make sure my food is ready. Saturday mornings, he used to help with laundry. Not anymore. He'd sit on the couch, scrolling through his phone while I bent over a pile of clothes. Cooking, cleaning, the baby, everything fell on me. And slowly, I realized this wasn't the masculinity I wanted. This was neglect. I went back to Jennifer, frustration heavy in my heart. Her response? She leaned back, smirked, and said, divorce him. I told you he wasn't right for you. Now you see it with your own eyes. Her words echoed in my head for days. Divorce. Could that be the answer? So I went to the courthouse to ask questions. The clerk looked at me plainly. You'll need a lawyer. The legal fees will be about 270,000 naira. I froze. 270,000. If I had that money, I would have used it to buy food, clothes for my baby, and fix things in the house. Divorce wasn't just an emotional decision. It came with real, crushing consequences. One afternoon, I decided to talk to Jennifer again. I walked to her house unannounced. But before I knocked, I heard screaming. I peered through the slightly open door. Jennifer was on the floor, her face red with tears. Her husband towered over her, belt in his hand. You call yourself a man, she shouted between sobs. I feed you, I give you my ATM card, I cook, I clean. You don't help me with anything. My friend's husband helps her, but me, I do everything. Before she could finish, he struck her again. She cried out in pain. I stood frozen at the door. My heart pounding. And in that moment, everything clicked. Jennifer didn't despise my husband's kindness. She envied it. She wanted it. She couldn't have it, so she tried to poison me against it. I turned quietly and walked away. She didn't even know I was there. That evening, I went straight home. My husband was watching TV, holding our son. I dropped to my knees in front of him. Tears filled my eyes. "I'm sorry," I whispered. "I listened to someone who didn't want the best for me. I hurt you. Please, forgive me." His eyes softened, but I could see the pain. Trust once broken takes time to rebuild. So I became patient. Little by little, I worked to earn back his confidence. One night, weeks later, I was in the kitchen cooking. Suddenly, the power went out. Darkness swallowed the house. I fumbled for my torchlight, ready to go outside and start the generator. But before I could even find it, I heard the loud hum of the generator kicking to life. My husband had already done it. He walked into the kitchen, smiling faintly. "Marriage is partnership," he said quietly. "We are supposed to help each other. Why should you be overwhelmed when you have me? Why should you be cold when you have someone to hold you? Please, never take my kindness for weakness again." Then he stretched out his arms. "Give me Junior, I'll carry him." This time, I didn't hesitate. I placed our son in his hands. And as I cooked, he stayed with me in the kitchen, talking, laughing, teasing, just like the old days. As for Jennifer, I blocked her on everything. She could no longer enter my home or my heart. Because now, I understood. Pause, slow, thoughtful. The lesson. 2 things. First, don't let others define your happiness. Marriage is not about rigid roles. It's about love, teamwork, and respect. A man who helps his wife is not weak, he's wise. Second, be careful who you take advice from. Some people shouting the loudest have the most broken lives. Don't let their pain destroy your peace. A loving, helpful partner is rare. If you have one, cherish them. Protect them. Because envy will always try to destroy what it cannot have. And that, my friends, is today's story. If it touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that open your eyes and stay with your soul. I know you enjoyed the story, please subscribe.